Hi guys, Matt Johnson here and welcome to my YouTube channel, Beer and Watchers. Happy Friday, congratulations on making it all the way through the week. Now if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I would love you to click the subscribe button so that you become a part of my Beer and Watchers family, and also please don't forget to click the bell notification so you don't miss a single one of my videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Now today on my wrist I've got my Timex Weekender with Indiglo, and I've got it on a really cool rally strap from Straps Co. I'll put a link in the description below this video to my review of the Timex Weekender, and also I'll put a link down there as well to strapsco.com where you can get incredible watch straps to jazz up your watch. I mean, after all, why buy a new watch? Just put a new strap on and make it look like a completely different watch. Now today's episode is our fourth installment of Mark Spector's amazing watch collection. If you've been following this video series, then it needs no introduction. Now Mark's collection is so amazing, it took us 2 hours to film and we didn't get through the whole collection. It's mind-blowing. So I had to split it up into 4 30-minute videos, and this is the last one. So it's kind of sad. Don't worry, because we will get Mark Spector back on this channel again at some point because he's got lots more incredible watches. And so without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's see, we are making progress here. We're almost through here. All right, so here is a nice watch. So everybody has to have.
Sorry, just before you say, I think this is my first subscriber state of the collection. This is the one that all others are going to be held to. This is the bar now, and it's probably going to scare everybody else away. And here's the thing: I don't even know if this is all going to go on my hard drive. So we'll have to see what happens when I stop this. This is a test for me. But
if it doesn't, we'll redo it again for the parts that we missed.
We'll do this hour and a half again.
Yeah.
So that's upside down. It's a Citizen.
Oh, sorry. Yep, sorry about that. So yeah, this is a Citizen Fugu. So I was looking. I wanted a full lume dial, and this is again here. Let me zap it with the blue light.
Look at that.
And so, I mean, it's
now everybody out there, this is the thing. I'm going to buy a black light and encourage you all to. I'll put a link in the description below this video to a good cost-effective black light on Amazon. I hold these things over a light for 60 seconds on my tiptoes. Mark's hitting it with a black light for like 3 seconds.
Two seconds, and it's there. And and so So I was looking for a full lume dial, and Zealous hadn't come out with theirs yet, and I wanted a full lume dial so I could. And so I ended up picking this one up because everybody said it was great. Now the list is really good, just pales in comparison to the Zealous lume, if you look at the Swiss watch company lume, it pales in comparison. But Swiss watch company, I don't think they have a full lume dial.
But how long will that keep going? How long will that keep going for, Mark?
You can read it for most of the night. Of the night. It's just the consistency of the lume is not perfectly even like it is on the others. And it does have a Miyota movement in here. This was actually a limited edition. It's the Fugu ProMaster that they came out with, and this has the crown on the I guess it's at the 8 o'clock, which is
a weird note. Move it away a little bit. Yeah.
There you go. Here. It's at the 8 o'clock.
Oh, you know what? Because of how I was just picturing it, because of the way I'm looking at it, I was thinking, it's like Seiko. It's at 4 o'clock, but no, it is at 8.
Yeah. And so I have to take it off to set it, and I set it upside down.
Yeah. There you go. Right.
Yeah. I'm a right hand. Yeah. I'm right-handed, so that's the way I can.
Yeah. I'm the same.
I ended up making your watch, and I beat the ever-living tar out of this thing. I mean, it's a limited edition. I spent probably $400 on this thing, but it will not die. The only thing I switched the band because I hated the band. It had one of those little stretchy scuba diver type. Yeah,
I was going to ask you if
hated it. This is a Barton silicone band, I think is what I got on.
Yeah. It's a beautiful watch.
Yeah, and it's real durable, man. I built a whole new fence in my backyard. This was on my wrist the entire time I was building it and demoing the other one with the reciprocating saw.
Mark used this to actually hammer in the nails of the fence.
Yeah.
It was basically like hammering them in. Those hands are cool. I like those.
And it's pretty durable. It didn't get too scratched up during it. But I always keep a beater watch around. This is probably the nicest beater watch I've ever had. But and most of the time they're quartz. I'll use a quartz as a beater watch. But this is the first automatic I've ever designated as my beater. Okay, now let's go back to here. This is a cool watch brand if you can get on their list. Helm. So, have you ever seen a helm?
Upside down. I was going to say I've seen it, but I've seen it with a crown at the 4 o'clock position, not the 8 o'clock position.
Yeah. This is a 4.
Yeah, that's very cool. Look at the hour markers on that.
Yeah, they're super thick applied indices. It looms, but it's surprisingly it's not as bright as I thought it would be. But the crown is huge. The crown is just like a big monster crown.
Yeah, it's ginormous. And screw down stainless steel case back on that, I'm guessing.
Yeah. And it's you can see it's branded. And you can see the case back, which is, let's see if I can
crosshairs there. You like your chunky monkey watches, don't you, Mark?
Yeah. This is a thick watch.
Not for everybody. No. But if it's what size wrist have you got, Mark?
7.5.
Yeah, me too. I've got a 7.5. You can wear a watch like that. It's not for everybody, but it's a statement on the wrist. I like it.
And this is the bracelet it came with. I have put it on a strap before, and it makes it a little bit more manageable. But I still like it. I like it a lot.
It probably look nice, on a blue or an orange, maybe an orange.
I have an orange and blue. I have an orange and blue strap. This is a brand that I can't find anywhere. Jump back to old. I've had this for quite a while. And
what brand is this?
This is Golana.
Spell it.
It has an Go. Hold on a second. Let me read it. Yes, I think that's what it is.
Okay, so subscribers, if you're watching this, that's your mission. Should you accept it? It's a Swiss-made automatic watch, Golana.
And it's a dress watch, ETA movement. It's just real. This is close to that Sympathy case style from Raboui. That's why I picked it up, because I like that case style.
Do you like the high polish on that?
Generally, I steer away from high polish because I scratch things up, and my dogs like to scratch things up. So.
I quite like I quite like high polish. Like, for example, in this watch, I like the beads high polish, but I'm not a huge fan of high polish on the cases. Not so much for scratching, just aesthetics. But it's got some brushing on the side there.
Kind of a combination. Yeah.
I like that. That's kind of a cool.
Yeah.
From the side, kind of a squared up.
Yeah. Here, let me turn it up.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
This way.
Yeah, I quite like that, actually.
Yeah, it's a very different style case.
Yeah.
Of course, I wear it. Nobody notices it. I'll wear this as a dress watch. It's thin enough. It fits under the cuff.
I do like it.
Different. I like the hands. The hands remind me of my Omega hands or my Fortis hands.
Yeah, very much.
I like
so.
Skeletonized hands.
Yeah, very much so. No, I do like it. I like the big 3 and 9 on there as well. No, it's unusual. It's different. It's not, you're not going to see 1 million people wearing a watch like that, are you?
No, definitely not. And yeah, it just once I bought it, I couldn't find them anymore. So I don't know where they exist anywhere. And then here's another.
How many more watches you got to show us, Mark?
We are getting down to probably the last 10.
All right. Well, what we're going to do, I might have to hit you up for, I'm going to do this to you, Mark. I'm going to hit you up for 3. I would stay on here all day long, but I'm really, really concerned that A, we're going to go over 2 hours, and B, my heart, wherever this is being saved on the cloud or whatever, that it's not going to save it all. And I don't want to do that to you or me.
Okay. Well, then
here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. If you've got 10, I know for a fact, if you've got 10 watches still, I know for a fact that if I revisit you in, say, 6 months, you will probably have 10 plus another 5 or 6,
probably.
Right? So
I do have some on order.
I'm going to bring you back on for an episode 2. What I'm going to ask you is if you will make a note of the 10 we don't see today. Right.
Okay.
I'm going to get you.
Yep.
So you think you've got 10. So if I get you to show me 2 more now, and then we wrap it up, do you think you'd have another 8 or another 10 left?
Probably yes.
Okay. Will you do me a favor? If you show me 2 more now, would you make a note of the ones you didn't show me so that when we come back to it on another episode, when you've got your new ones, we know exactly what we missed? Because I don't want to miss a watch, because every single watch I've seen in your collection so far has literally made me drool. And I'm so jealous that I can't even, in a good way. I'm not jealous in a I don't want to talk to you anymore way. But this is just incredible. And I know there's going to be a lot of my subscribers that this is a lot of money for watches and would never buy watches this expensive. You know what? I don't really have subscribers, I don't think, that have all the really, really high-end watches so much. But it's just fascinating to see. And I am... No, I'm okay. I think I nearly had a heart attack. It's just fascinating. And to see this many incredible watches in one collection is mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's a little overwhelming.
So, no, I could stay on here for hours, but I'm worried that I may not actually get this all on. And I would hate for that to happen. So let's do 2 more. Let's do 2 more, your choice. Maybe 2 more that are as different as they can possibly be. And then you have to promise me that you will make a note as soon as we're done of the ones you didn't show me, so that when you get the new ones, you can add them and then keep in touch with me and let me know when we've got like another 16 or 20, including the ones we didn't see today. And we'll get you back on for another episode.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
I actually could have made this into like 5 episodes. God.
It's been a long one, but I don't know. It feels like it was a real short conversation here.
I would stay, Mark. I would stay on here all day. For me, like, today is not a filming day for me, so this is actually great for me, just as a watch lover and for content for my channel. But I'm just really scared it's gonna like crash and not get on, so I don't want to risk it. But Mark, I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, thank you so much for spending time and for bringing us into your collection. I'm mind blown.
My pleasure. I hope somebody else enjoys it as well.
Listen, folks out there, before Mark shows us the last 2, my subscribers, I'm not going to edit this. I'm going to put this on my channel as it is. I don't know what that's going to do. I don't know if it's going to fry my YouTube channel. I have no idea. I've never put an episode on longer than 20 minutes. So let me know that A, if you've enjoyed this, B, if you're enjoying it all, C, if you watched the whole thing, D, if you watched the whole thing in one go, or E, if you watched it in parts. If you are watching it and you fall asleep, not because it's boring, because it's certainly not boring, just because if you're like me and you watch it when you go to bed, if you come back to it and keep watching it, I would say you have to. I wish I'd have said that at the start, actually. But 2 more, as different as you can be. Let's go. What you got?
Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. So I'm cheating. I'm going to give you two nearly identical ones.
We can go with 2 at the same time. That's okay. Yeah, that's fine.
There you go. So
Citizen,
there's 2 nearly identical ones.
Are these eco drives?
These are eco drives, and they are atomic watches. So this is what I use to set my watches to all of my other whenever I'm setting my watches.
Tell us what an atomic watch is.
So there's an atomic clock. There's one in Colorado. There's one somewhere in Japan, I think, and somewhere in Europe. And basically what they do is set out a low frequency that that these watches synchronize to every day, and they basically set the time to it. So if you look at the second hands on these things,
look at those. I feel like I'm watching the Olympics right now. It's like it's a new event in the Olympics. Synchronized watches. I mean, that's a beautiful thing. So those watches, they're eco drives, first of all. Yeah. Which means that the battery in eco drives just get constantly charged from
solar,
the sun, right?
Yeah.
The solar, yeah.
That's
through the dial, through the watch dial, and and secondly, the hands on there, those regulate themselves.
Yep, they set the time. I never have to set the time on this.
That's
I only have to tell it what time zone I'm in. I think I can't remember. I don't remember ever setting them. I know I didn't do anything for daylight savings time, so they automatically adjust for daylight savings.
So here's the thing, folks. You can spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on a watch collection like Mark has, or you can just cut out the middleman, buy yourself a Citizen Eco Drive, one of these, which are, sorry, what are they again?
The Citizen Eco Drive, and they have the atomic clock.
With the atomic clock.
Yeah.
And then you don't need any other watch. Just buy one of those.
This one is This one's titanium right here. This one's steel. So the titanium is super light, lightweight. Occasionally, I'll bring it with me on a business trip.
The only titanium thing I own is my wedding ring.
Yeah,
that is the only. And actually, truth be told, this is the second one, because the first one, exactly the same. I was in Bermuda and I was swimming underwater, holding my breath, and it slipped off my finger. And I tried to go for it, and I just lost it. And that was the worst call I've ever had to make in my life. But when I got back, my wife had bought me the exact same ring.
Very nice.
But there you go.
So, my wife would have gotten rid of me, I think.
Yeah, no, I have a very, very, very awesome wife.
All right.
But that's amazing to watch. Wow.
Yeah, isn't it? It's just, I love watching them. I literally keep these on my bathroom counter.
I love the end of the second hand as well, the sword kind of hilt on there.
Yeah. They, for some reason, I tend to buy Citizen quartz movements.
I don't own one. I don't own a Citizen, and I don't own a Bolivar either.
Yeah.
The only Bolivar I really want to own is an Accutron, just because it's so cool. I do want to get
that.
Yeah, it's just so cool. Matt over at Average Joe Watch Reviews, he has one, and I just love it. And I've said something I shouldn't there. I said his actual name, not Average Joe. Anyway, but yeah, but I do want a Citizen Eco Drive. I do, for sure. I just don't own one yet, but I do. It's on my want list.
Yeah, and they're not terribly expensive.
Right.
I think.
Right.
Yeah. They're affordable watches, and they're real durable, and it's great, super functional. Never have to change a battery. It's just
it's totally. I mean, it's not the most extravagant or prettiest watch you're ever going to see. It's a total tool watch, and I am so you literally have read my mind this whole episode, because for you to put this in as the last watch, I have been looking at mundanes forever, just because there is something about that clean dial with that red hand on there that I just think is so entrancing. I don't know what it is, but it just is.
I really do. I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah, it's just the epitome of Swiss clean. It just does everything right, all in such a basic. You couldn't get any more basic than that, really.
Now this is a special movement, though. Watch the second hand when it reaches 12, and it's coming around. So this is called the stop to go movement. And and it also has backlit, which I'll demonstrate that in a second. But watch what happens. That second hand sweeps around the full minute in 58 seconds, and then simulates the synchronization signal that is done on the Swiss. It went out of blurry.
No, we saw it. We saw it. That's crazy.
And it emulates what the clocks do on the Swiss subway. Right. Basically, they send out a synchronization signal, so they're always in sync with each other. And so they go through. This goes through 58 seconds, and then pauses for 2 seconds while the minute hand advances. And that's exactly what the subways do. It's really cool.
So just in case anybody out there, if you buy one of these mundane watches, don't send it back if you think it's broken, because it's not. It's it's a stop to go movement. And is it like the Timex? Is the backlight by pressing the crown?
Unfortunately, no. But I'll show you the backlit hands, because they do have it does have super luminova. It doesn't stay lit for very long, but it's a really cool effect.
We're going to catch that. We're going to catch that stop to go. Yeah, watch it pause again here at the 12, just for 2 seconds. 1 and 2, and there the hand advances.
There you go.
You know what it's like, actually? It's like the second hand goes, you know what? The advancement of time is so important. I'm just going to hang out here for a little bit, so you're paying attention to the minute hand, and then the minute hand becomes the star of the show, and then the second hand's like, all right, you had your time, I'm off again. That, I just think it's incredible. Just a beautiful. I would love one of these.
Now the star of the show here. Let's see if it will show up. There you go.
Oh, is it coming off the back of the?
Yeah,
the
they put luminova. They put luminova on the backside, so it reflects back off it, and it just looks
so
really
you know what
cool.
That reminds. I've got LED lighting downstairs on the back of my bar, on the back of my couch, and so it glows up on the wall, and that's what that is. Now that's not lasting long though. How long is that in the dark?
In the dark, it lasts a good 15-20 minutes, and then
so essentially what it does is it just puts a frame around the minute and hour hand.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of a negative.
They don't actually. It's a negative space. They don't actually light up. It's just put, and it's like, we're not going to like put lume on the whole thing. We're just going to stick it on. What a clever idea! I've never seen that.
So, and this is aftermarket band that I put on here. It came with the black band or a red band, I think, but this is aftermarket NATO style leather, and that I just wanted it in red because it just looked cool in red.
I would love. I just put a red Strapsco rubber band on my Timex Weekender because it's got a red second hand. And I just like it on that. I just think it was on a NATO, but that there's something. I've been looking at mundane watches for a couple of years now, and I haven't pulled the trigger yet. But I'm like, it is just the coolest to me. It's just so simple. It's, you know what? It reminds me of a Timex Weekender, but it's like the more elegant brother of a Timex Weekender. You know what I mean? It's Swiss. It's like. But it's not trying to pretend to be something that it's not. It's like, I'm Swiss, I'm cool. You know, if you're a watch lover, you know what I am, and end of story. Like they're just beautiful watches.
Yeah, they're beautiful. They have automatic versions of mondanes, which I've looked at. They have a 7750 version, but I ended up liking the quartz version because it was just such a unique movement.
I like it too, and that to me, that's one of those watches that can be a quartz. I don't mind that being a quartz. It almost, that second hand just ticking away almost gives you you just pay a bit more attention to it than if it was sweeping. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. You know what I mean? It's almost one of the only quartz watches I've seen where it's like, I don't have to make any excuses for me being a quartz. I actually look cooler as a quartz. It just looks cool. It just looks cool.
I've come across so many watch collectors that like this movement because it's just so different, because it does something different. And it's just a cool movement. And for somebody who prefers automatics, for me to pick up a quartz, it really has to be doing something special. And so that's why, So that made it through.
My last question to you, does the automatic also stop at the 12 for 2 seconds?
No, I wish it did. Oh boy, I would get that.
Then it's nowhere near as cool as that watch, is it?
That's right. Because why this one's here.
when that paused just enough for that minute hand to become the star of the show, was magic. And it's interesting that we went. I love actually that you took us on that. I love I stopped you there because you took us on that whole journey and ended up with a quartz watch. I actually think that's quite fitting. That's quite fitting that we ended up on a quartz watch. But for anybody watching this, they aren't like going to cost you the same as a Casio. Take a look at Mundane. You know what? I'm not going to put links in the description below this video to I'm not going to put links in the description below this video to all these watch brands because there's just too many on there. And you can watch the video, you can make notes. It's easy enough with Google these days. Just type that in, Mundane or Fortis or Zelos. Just type that in Google and you'll find the brands. What I will put links to is I'll put links to Mark's Instagram account, so you can go check him out. I'll also put links to, we'll put in a link for the black light on Amazon so that you can pick one up, so that you can hit your loom. Look, for $10, I have to stand for like a minute on my tiptoes and I'm going to put out my shoulder or my back or something, and you just hit it with a black light for like 3 seconds and you're done. So I'll put a link to that. And this, you know what, you've ruined it, Mark, for everybody else. This is actually the first time I'm actually looking at you and not down at the screen so I can see you watching. You've ruined it for everybody else. You have set the bar. Now, I do know that the next person I'm going to have on that's from Alberta, I don't know how many watches he's got, but I do know that he's got some pretty hefty pieces in there. He's got some Tudors, and I think he might have some Rolexes. He's got some pretty hefty pieces. So it's going to be, I don't know, you two, maybe you're going to be duking it out here. Maybe we'll have to do like a point system on this or something. You know. Yeah,
maybe do a vote. Yeah.
How many beers?
Hey, whoever.
Out of 5 beers, how many beers do you get? I think that's what we'll have to do.
Yeah. Whoever wins, they have to give the other person their favorite watch. How's that? No, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to ever lose my favorite watch, which is going on my wrist right now.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I was in Atlanta, Georgia, I'd be wrestling you for that seat for that Christopher Ward C60. I certainly would. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That is. You know, if you ever get bored of that, you know where I am. Is all I'm saying. If you ever get a little on the board side. You know what? I wish I didn't have to stop you. We're actually at 58:35, so I'm going to try and end this in 2 minutes. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to tell you how it went. I'll let you know later today because I'm going to try and view this later today and see what it's actually turned out like, and if I can actually upload all that to YouTube. I mean, it's incredible. 2-hour episode. My mind is blown.
There you go.
I'm going to go downstairs now and look at my Casios and my Timex and my Tissot. Well, I'm going to be a little disgruntled. I got to be honest with you. I'm going to look at those watches and be like, guys, you got to pick up your game because this is not.
If it makes you feel any better, I do the same when I see others with the Vacheron Constantin and
but that's more
JLCs
interesting to me. That was more. And I'll be honest with you. One of the great things about this channel is hopefully I monetize it and hopefully I can make enough money that I can buy some of those watches right there.
There you go.
What a thrill! What a thrill! Listen, I've got 28 seconds, so I'm going to end it. I'm going to get it under 2 minutes, 2 hours. Absolute pleasure. I can't thank you enough. I know my subscribers are going to love this. I'll reach out to you shortly, and I'll reach out to you again for a follow-up episode. Hit me up when you've got more watches. Ladies and gentlemen,
will do.
Mark Spector and his incredible watch collection.
Well, there you have it, my friends. Time flies when you're having fun. And these 4 videos of Mark Spector's watch collection, I think you'll agree, have been really, really fun. And also, it was cool. I've always wanted to bring this premise to my channel. I wanted to actually give a place to my subscribers, a sounding board, a place where they could share their own collections. Because after all, if you're a watch lover, there is nothing you love speaking about more than your watch collection. And I'm happy to say that I've got even more subscriber SOTCs lined up. If you want to show your own watch collection on my channel, it's very, very easy. All you have to do is send me an email to BeerAndWatchReviews@gmail.com. Send me your name, your location in the world, and a photo of your watch collection. It doesn't matter if you've got 3 watches or 300 watches. It doesn't matter if they cost $30 or $30,000. If the collection is important to you, then it's important to us. So drop me a line and let's get you on the channel. Now, if this is your first time here, please do subscribe. You can do that by clicking on the subscribe link over there to the bottom right of the screen or below this video if you're on your mobile device. And when you click on it, make sure you click on the bell as well. That will give you an alarm notification every time I release a new video. Do leave me a thumbs up. It means the world to me, guys. And leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know if you've enjoyed these subscriber SOTCs SOTC videos and which one of the 4 videos of Mark's collection you've enjoyed the most. Enjoy your weekend. Don't forget to kick back and relax, and we'll see you again on Monday for another episode of Beer and Watchers. By the way, if you haven't checked out any of the other videos on my channel, then do check out this one. That's a good one right there. And check out the Beer and Watchers logo right there to subscribe. Take care. I'm Matt Johnson. We'll see you on Monday, and bye for now.